One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. It's bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse dipping, I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big and flat in the blanket. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over. Detroit. No, check, Patriot.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Patriots take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice spin into some open field. And able to rip off a big big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Leopard.
He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down.
Here comes Los Angeles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Detroit! Gun!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that is how you retaliate. After getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like 2 boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got it first and goal at the 7. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And now out come the Patriots. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
319!
And they'll go on the ground. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this.
Gone! Back 99 Philly, here we go! All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Right back to him on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll throw now on the final play. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Armstrong. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Patriots coming out now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now back to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Again to Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's third down.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defenders saw it and were able to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
To the end zone, touchdown Los Angeles. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Point after here coming up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw here. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Leopard. Watch him now, Barney. Over.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Leopard.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The throw right side taken in by Pettis. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, now he bowls him over. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Chargers in good field position to start out, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Armstrong. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain down to about the 33. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
So they go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Elliott a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Okay. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You like kudo. You and her, no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You like kudo. You and her, no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you Curry get the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power. Hold up. Why the looking at me sour? Eat it like chowder. Rada. Never gave a about a dollar. More money, me, more problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own. With no help, man. Got a daddy, that's it, and myself, man. They need a new, deliver new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakeisha. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her, no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her, no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Money doubles up like a duo. I just want the yen and the euro. The game up and leave my kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on the look super. Bills on me blue slot Cooper. Money on my mind just like a tumor. Spread my money out and then I call that a rumor. Curry the is on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips. When I pop off the like hummus C-dip. Acrobat with the flip. Money flow like a battleship. Diddy the new. Deliver new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakeisha.